Hey you guys, Laura here, and today I'm going to be bringing you another hip opening routine using the foam roller. Just like last time, this routine is inspired by the spine corrector. I will be doing different exercises that I did in my last video on this. The last video is a really great introductory to using the foam roller in this inverted series, so if you haven't watched it, I would highly recommend to check it out. I never remember which corner to point to, but I'll go ahead and tag it in the corner below so you can try that one first. Like I said, it has some introductory exercises and helps you build that foundation for your pelvis, for your core stability, and we will be adding on to that video here today. If you're new to my page, my name is Laura. I'm a certified Pilates instructor and personal trainer, and on my channel I focus on Pilates, strength training, mobility training to help you do what you love, helping to improve your body awareness, learn about your body to help you recover from injury and also prevent future injuries. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, and welcome to the family. We are going to be using our foam roller in an inverted position. You can use a mat if you would like to. I have carpet, so I'm not going to, but if you're on hardwood floor, it probably would make you feel a little bit more comfortable on your shoulders. Grab your foam roller and we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, so once you are on the floor, you're gonna go ahead and sneak that foam roller underneath the bottom of your kneecaps, lay down all the way to the ground. You wanna be able to make sure that you can feel the foam roller with your fingertips so that then you can bridge up and roll that roller onto your sacrum. I mentioned this last time, but I'm gonna reiterate again. It's not your low back, it's not your butt cheeks, it's right in between in that triangle sacrum area on your tailbone. From here, your hands can go on top, they can go hugging through the side, they could even go flat to the floor, whatever you prefer. Here, I can comfortably move my head from side to side. I could lift it up if I wanted to because most of my pressure is across what I call my shoulder girdle. From shoulder to shoulder, that's where the pressure is. Now from here, lift one leg up, then the other. Can you find your balance? This is a really good spot to see, are you putting the foam roller in your lower back? Because if you are, go ahead and move it downwards. And I want you to create a turned out position. Heels together, knees apart. We're in what's called external rotation for our hips. So that means that if I were to pull my knees all the way into my shoulders, they would be able to kiss one knee to each shoulder. We are going to want to keep pressure through that tailbone here. So feel that tailbone heavy. Your belly hugs into your lower back, and I want you to press your legs out onto the diagonal. Your back should not have moved. It's in the same spot, and then you're going to pull your knee bones right back in. And again, press the leg bones out, inner thighs glued together, and then pull your legs back in. So here, as the legs push onto the horizon, my belly hugs into my lower back to keep my pelvis and my back from moving. My hip bones stay facing upwards towards the sky. And what I'm working here is my glutes as they're helping to extend my legs outwards, my inner thighs as they help to pull my inner legs together, and core as it's stabilizing my lower back and my pelvis. What I really like about this is as my legs are nice and long, I can feel that big front body stretch through the front of my legs. We're going to do one more here for 10. We're going to hold our legs outwards. From this outwards position, I want you to lift your legs upwards towards the sky, both of them together, and then lower the legs downwards towards the ground. Now, if doing both legs at the same time is hard, go ahead and place one foot to the floor and do one leg at a time. We go up, we lower down. We go up and lower down. But if you want a more challenging option, both legs are straight, lifting up. Remember, no change in your back. Both legs reach out to go down. Get longer to go down. Feel that stretch from your ribs to your hips to go down, and then lift up. Whew, I got longer in my left leg. I can feel it in my butt. We reach, 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 lift up. And I like to go that slow too. That slowness helps me get a little bit more connected to my inner thighs, to my glutes. My mentor likes to call it the thas line. So it's where the hamstrings and your booty crease meet. I like to call it my smile line. I'm at 7. We're gonna go for 3 more. You're trying to keep your foam roller from moving. So what I really like about doing this on the foam roller is it offers a lot of information as to whether your tailbone is moving, as to whether your low back is moving. Maybe you wanna put your hands on top of the foam roller to keep it a little bit steady, and see if that changes anything for your lower back. One more time. And up. Bend your knees in and rest your feet down if you need to. Now we're gonna go into what's called a hip opening position. We're gonna do hip openers. And we're gonna A-B duck, which means go away. And then we're gonna A-D duck, which means come together. So legs back up, legs reach out, point your toes. We open wide, wide, wide to the side. We stretch those inner thighs that should have been working this whole time. And then we go close, close, close together. And again, open, flex the feet, and then coming back in. So I like to add the pointing and the flexing on this one. You can do it on all 3 if you would like to, but here I really feel like it exaggerates that inner thigh stretch. We get to also stretch a little bit more of that calf line. The lower that your legs are onto the horizon, the more you're gonna work your belly, the more you're gonna stretch the front of your hips as well. 3 more here. And 1. Awesome job, you guys. Bend those knees in, rest your feet down. Little break here. Okay, we're gonna start to work a little bit more unilaterally now, so 1 leg at a time. And they're gonna be moving in different positions. Knees in, legs up to the sky. From here, keep 1 leg where it is and reach it downwards to the ground. We're gonna do what's called scissors. Now, when you look at your foot at the sky, is it turned out or is it straight like a railroad track? Try to change it so it's straight like a railroad track. And then from here, the legs will move both together and then split. So now we have the opposite leg up at the ceiling, the opposite leg reaching downwards towards the floor. And we go again, switching legs, boop, switching legs, boop. So both legs are active here. I work my lower abs to reach 1 leg to the sky. I work my bottom to help stabilize my hip as the other leg reaches to the ground. And the glute connection here is really important because that is what's helping you to stretch out the front of your hip. They're antagonistic muscles, which means as one thing is working on one side, the other thing is stretching right across from it. So that booty cheek squeeze is going to be what helps you find that hip opening position, as well as that lengthening across the room, as if someone's pulling on your ankle, trying to reach your leg out of your hip socket, out of your waistline. 1 more each side. And then this one can sometimes be tricky, so take a moment and look up at the TV if you need to, or the computer. We still keep our scissors position. We're gonna go into bicycles. We're gonna drop the foot down to the ground without moving our thigh, and that stretches through the front of the thigh. Then we're gonna bring the knee bone in, kick it straight up to the sky, and as it goes straight up to the sky, then the other leg will move down. Pedal the foot into the floor, bend your knee bone into your chest, reach your knee bone, your leg bone up to the sky as your other leg falls to the floor. Now come and join me. My left foot goes down, my left foot bends in. Knee into shoulder as my right leg goes down. So it's like we're bicycling the legs. Squeeze your bottom, squeeze your hamstring as you try to drag your foot across the floor. So we get a nice thigh stretch as well as a hip flexor stretch as the leg drags into the foam roller. 9, still no movement of your foam roller. 10, and now here is where it gets even more tricky. We're gonna reverse directions. Push the leg out along the floor and then lift your leg up. Push your leg out along the floor and lift your leg up. I like this one because for me, it intensifies that stretch through the front of the hip. I can feel a little bit more core work to stabilize me as we go from having a short lever to elongating the lever. So we're making the pulley system, the lever system, more challenging as we go from bent to straight. I still want your foam roller to be steady. for your back to be unchanging. So we're not going from arch to flat, arch to flat. It stays the same position the whole time. 10 and 10. Both legs up to the sky, bend your knees in, and then carefully let that foam roller come out from behind you and settle your tailbone to the ground. Whew. From here, I like to sneak that foam roller underneath the arches of my feet. And after that unilateral work, I like to bring myself back to symmetry. So hands to the floor, arches onto the foam roller. We're gonna go into some bridges here. Lift your hip bones up, elongate through those thighs, and then lower down. I like to articulate down bone by bone by bone. And we're gonna do a few more here. Press into that roller. Try to pull that roller into your hips as you lift your hips up to the sky. And then roll down, down, down. So that imagery of your heels pulling the foam roller in should help the foam roller keep from rolling away. That's all I want. The foam roller isn't moving. And down. We're gonna do 2 more for 5. You can do more if you would like to. Still hugging that belly to your back as if you were holding it in a plank, as if you were trying to pull it off your shirt. Last one here. Ooh, my tailbone feels so nice and open here. Awesome. Hug your knees into your chest, and then you can rock up to a seated position. And that's it, you guys. Your second round of hip opening with the foam roller. So I really like that series. I think that it's super helpful and beneficial to runners. I've talked about this countless amount of times, and I will never stop repeating it. When we improve our mobility, when we decrease some of those tightness spots in our body, it does help us access more power in our muscles. When we have more power, when we're able to activate more nerve fibers, then that's going to help us to improve our power, improve our speed in our runs. Also, when we decrease the tightness that we have in our body, it's going to make it less likely for us to have compensation in our body. For example, if our hips are tight, if our hips are so tight because of our hip flexors and our glutes can't fully do their job, then that's when things like your calves are going to start to help you try to push off from the floor, and you get things like Achilles tendonitis, maybe plantar fasciitis, some of those things like knee pain, low back pain, things like that. So really important to take that time to work on your mobility so that you can keep moving well, moving strong, and taking strides towards your goals without having to be in achiness, be in pain. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you learned something from this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up as well. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Which one of these exercises was your favorite one? If you have any questions at all about these exercises that I covered today, you can drop it down in the comments below, or you can find me on Instagram. I'd love to connect with you there, by the way, even if you don't have questions. I'll put my handle down in the corner below. But if you have questions, shoot me a DM, and I would love to troubleshoot these exercises with you if there was something that you didn't quite understand or you want to dive a little bit deeper into. If there's any other videos that you would like to see, if you're like, thank you, Laura, so much for helping with my hip opening. I want to work on upper back opening. I want to work on strengthening my glutes. I want to work on improving my speed and running. Go ahead and let me know. I'd love to create videos just for you. That's what I'm here for. And I am hoping that we can continue to grow, continue to learn, and continue to improve together. So if you're not already subscribed to my page, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that we can reach our goals alongside each other. Have a great day, you guys.